Hello everyone and welcome back to Cities by Steven. You're talking to Steven. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please hit that subscribe button, get the bell notification on so you don't miss out on the next episode of Brockton County, an Ontario themed city. And make sure to hit the like button. The like button helps the channel a lot. In today's episode, we are going to be working on our forestry industry and also building up the town of Strathcona, a town that we started on Thursday of last week before we shifted things back to downtown. So that's what we got on tap today, and you might hear a slight echo. That's because I'm recording in a fairly empty room. I know I'm hearing a little bit, but that is because I'm getting ready to move next week, and that is also when we're going to be having our 3-day episode week, just for next week, just in time for me to set up my new office so I can record some more, and then we're back on our 5-day week schedule, and I don't think there'll be any more short weeks for the foreseeable future. So it's very exciting, and I got some really awesome things planned as well. And follow me on Instagram and Twitter, and you might, find out this information a bit earlier than the beginning of an episode. So let's hop out of it and go check out the town of Strathcona, where we have Strathcona Lumber Limited. Whoa, that was fast. Oh, that's a great shot of the city. All right, let's hop out. And this is what we kind of have had planned from Thursday. I know that on Friday's episode we switched the train track, or the train station, to a bypass station, which was a bit better than the other one. I suspect a lot of passenger trains are going to come through here, coming from the out of bounds. So yeah, that is great. So there's a couple things I want to do first, and that is to change some of the names around here. So I know we named this street Glencoe Street after some Scottish traditional names relating to Strathcona. So I actually want to move that street name over here. And the reasoning is because, just to make sure we actually have it right, is because this street seems like it's going to become more the main avenue. It leads right up into the train station. I know this one leads into the road that leads into the train station, but if we go around the other direction, this one seems like it's going to be a bit more of a main street, because this is prime land around here. So that means we need to change this one around. Sorry for all the spinning. And we're going to steal this street's name and add it here, because Victoria Street, Queen Victoria is a very important person in British culture, so that's what we're going to go with. So this one is going to be named Victoria Street. And why are we changing it? Well, this one is also a pretty major road, and this is the road that connects up into the train station. So I want to respect that name a bit better than it would be just using it on this side street. And I know Victoria Street kind of continues around this corner here, but it's not going to always do that. So in order to change the third street's name properly, we're just going to do that. I should have changed names. Now, yeah, it's Beach Street now. So I don't know what we're going to name that one right of yet, but Victoria is going to be named... Oh, geez, I actually hadn't thought of this name. Let's name it Philip Street, after a former Duke of Edinburgh. And speaking of the Duke of Edinburgh, we got a name suggestion a couple weeks ago to name a street Duke of Edinburgh, and I was like, I'm going to save this one for a pretty major road. And we have been working on a major road extension that goes all the way out to here. So it follows the topography and connects right down into here. We're going to name this street Duke of Edinburgh. I think that's how you spell it. Oh, no, there's no O. Oops. Holy cow. There we go. Parkway. Or I guess this is the abbreviation. Alright, and Duke of Edinburgh Parkway is kind of a play off of a street in Ottawa that goes along the canal in Ottawa. And we're just going to make sure that it goes all the way where we want it to. We're going to make it come all the way through here, right down the main street. We're going to bring it right down to this intersection so that we have Highway 19 connecting to Queen Street and Duke of Edinburgh Parkway. So, kind of funny the Queen, which this street would be named after, Queen Elizabeth II, is right adjacent to Duke of Edinburgh Parkway, her late husband. Okay, so let's look at this road. That's fine. We'll fix it when we get out here. It's going to eventually turn into an interchange, but we don't need that right now. And then it will go right up into a future community we have planned for this area. So it's going to be a really major road. We're going to get a couple more connections. It probably is going to connect up to this highway down here. So it's going to be a very major thoroughfare eventually. And yeah. Okay, so now that we've done that, there's obviously some more names that we can change and add to the region. So if you have any name suggestions for the whole area, the whole world, the whole map, let me know. All right, so at the end of the episode on Thursday, we leveled up our lumber industry. So we got level 2 of the lumber industry of Strathcona Lumber Limited. So that's what we're going to start off today with. We're going to place all the level 2 buildings in. We're going to plan a factory out and start zoning up the main street. So I actually think I'm going to just zone up the main street really quickly first, and then we will move to there. And I think what we'll do first is make, what am I doing? Holy cow. We're gonna make this a bit more of a main avenue. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the grass lined road and we're going to upgrade that. We're gonna switch it to a tree lined road, and we're just going to bring it all the way across like that. All right, so we'll let, oh, I used the wrong road. I wanted to use the vanilla one. That was the no parking one. There we go. And the reason why I wanted to use grass over here is a lot of times if you look at main avenues and they have some detailing through the main core, right before you get into a sight line, like the train station, they remove the trees. So anyways, we'll obviously do more road tweaking as time comes, and this bus will fix itself over time, I hope. What are you doing? Come on. There you go. Okay, it fixed itself. And then now that we've gotten that in place, let's just do a quick plan of the roads here. And we are going to just get some commercial growing right along down the middle, and then we'll get some residential as well, just to get some people coming into this area, and that will really help with the population and getting workers out this way for what we're about to do. So let's grab this. We're going to go 3. Yeah, we're gonna go 3 long right up to here with commercial. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go residential 3 as well. All right, and then we're gonna put pathways through here, and that's gonna kind of be like a bit of like an alleyway. And we're just gonna use the basic one. Ooh, actually, before I'm gonna pause the game because I forgot to put on the theme that I want for this area. So we're just gonna get these alleys in. They're not really alleys; they're walking ways, right? But when the commercial buildings come in behind it, it's going to look pretty nice. So there we go, and it kind of gives some separation to that. So let's go into Strathcona here. Let's go into policies. Oh, whoa, we need to rework Strathcona. Okay, so it's going to come right down to here. We'll incorporate all of this, and we'll leave all that for now. We're not going to go across this road. Actually, yeah, we will. We'll take that right up to the end of this, just in case we get something there. Okay, so we got that. We're going to go into themes here. We're going to allow buildings which are not in any theme, and we're going to go. Ooh, yeah, I think that's how we do it. It's been a little while since I played. Okay, and then I want to do schools out. So that will encourage people to work in the industrial buildings that we're about to do. And I think I'll just leave everything like that for now. And yeah, you know what? We'll just leave it at that. Okay, so we'll let the commercial buildings come in normally, and we'll see if we get any residential issues. And let's make sure we have water down here as well. Preemptively doing the water this time. That's new for me. Okay, and then we'll just bring it right up through here. Sure. All right, so we are on 3-speed. This is not a European suburbia house, but I think this one will be. Yep. Okay, it's got the hedges. And the reason why I'm going for the European suburbia is that these hedges often act like great fences for the houses. So it's kind of like a quick and easy way to get property lines. Okay, so we got that in place. I know I said we're going to do this first, but I realized that we might as well kind of start zoning up, right? And get people coming in here while we are waiting for people. I'm actually going to take this lot out, and we're going to go with commercial, and we're going to do the same thing right here. All right, and then we will pretty much just, I'm going to save this block, throw residential housing right through here, and yeah, we'll wait for that to all zone up. Yeah, might as well get housing all through here. All right, so we're gonna need some services, aren't we? Well, so if we're looking over here in our police coverage and our jails, we could easily just, add the jails in, that's fine. But I think what I wanna do here is I wanna get a police headquarters out this way, and I wanna put it close by the highway so that it can kind of act like, highway patrol or something like that. So what we'll do is we're gonna put it right here. And now, oh no, this is a bit of a zone where the buses and stuff come through. So I'll put it right on this road. Oh, it does have a helicopter depot, so maybe we will put it right here on the end. Nice, and then we need a fire department. We'll just get a smaller fire station, and we're gonna go with like a bit of a newer model of fire station, and we're gonna place it right off this road. That's Riverside Residential. Let's go right here. Okay, that's fine. It's also close to residential, but it's not on this one, on this main road. All right, so we got that, and now let's go for some healthcare. Let's just stick with a normal health clinic for now, and we're gonna place it right here. We're gonna get a cemetery as well. Now the cemetery, I was thinking we could put it out this way. Yeah, okay. And we'll get a crematorium. I'll save the crematorium for something else. And we could also get these child healthcare centers and stuff like that as well. So why don't we put that... Actually, let's go for education first, and then we'll move some things around. We need a high school. The high school, I think I'll save for a continuation of the build, but I wanted to get the elementary school in here, and this is what we were saving this space for. Okay, let's get a large playground. Should we do it on this side? Sure. Okay, and then we'll just grab this and continue that. And let's get a pathway. Start anarchy on. There we go. That's fine. And we'll just get a pathway like that. All right, so we'll come back through here and do some more detailing later, but let's just get a couple of these trees in here to help fill in this space a little bit better. I wonder if we can get just a small store right there, and that'll help fill in the space. All right, so we got some services through here, and now let's go and wait for LaSalle to zone in, because it's going to take a little while. Maybe we can help this out by adding in a park right here. I was hoping that that was going to connect up with those dirt roads, and it doesn't seem like it's going to. So let's just aid that connection out a little bit. There we go. So now people should be able to walk through here. And then might as well just bring that pathway down, and then we can start zoning some different things through here as well. So we'll get some commercial through here. Ooh, or maybe we can get some industrial. I don't know. I think I'll save that space for now, because I do want to focus the majority of the episode on Strathcona Lumber Limited. So let's hop into the forestry industry. And what did we unlock, everyone? Well, we unlocked the forestry workers barracks, the small tree sapling field, and the biomass pellet plant. And now we unlocked paper with that one. We also have the sawdust storage, and I think we already had the fence. Okay, so what I'm thinking is, and we did put the cemetery over here. I'm kind of regretting the decision. The reason why I put it over here is a lot of times these old cemeteries are right off the main road because they didn't used to be main roads. So I think we'll just move it for sake of, you know, this probably is going to be all dusty with all the stuff from the sawmills and whatnot, right? So that's okay. We'll place it right over there. Because originally I was planning on having this as like a bit of an industrial corridor. It's close to all the houses, so we could get some jobs through here. And then we have kind of some production swinging out this way. But let's just for now focus on, because I feel like we should look at kind of reshifting everything around after we get a lot of the assets. Like for right now, we don't really need too many paper mills, but well, let's actually check the topography for this one. Okay, I think this could look cool if we manage to get it on a bit of a hill. Okay, this it's not too bad, but the asset is sloping a little bit, so I'm actually just wanting to move this one over. Yeah, one more. It's still sloping a little bit, but I think that's a bit better than it was before. All right, so we got that. And then what we can do here is we'll get a gravel path right beside it to kind of mimic the fact that maybe this wasn't actually a city plan path, but workers have since walked between them. And then let's get a second biomass pellet plant right here. All right. So one thing that you may have noticed that I forgot about it. Let's be honest, I did. I forgot to put warehouses in this area before. So that is what we need to do. Let's throw those warehouses on this side, or we could kind of do a bit of a one-way system. Because I don't really want, the tricky part is, I don't really want paper trying to be delivered across this intersection, and then logs or plain timber being delivered across this intersection again. So it's gonna be tricky because I would like to have the main part of the industry over this way. So let's try to do some cool road work here. And it's not really cool, it's pretty basic. But let's decide on a spot for this next road. Let's probably place this road. How far away are we from this intersection? 19 units, okay. Let's do that then. All guidelines. Stick this out pretty far, and then let's go off of a 90-degree angle from here. Perfect, okay. Then I just want to grab this node. We're going to shift it out. And let's check the gridding. Yeah, that actually worked, okay. So this way we will get cars to kind of flow through here. And I think a way we're going to need to do this by, or to help with traffic, is by making this, both of these be 4 lanes. And now we can get some dedicated turning lanes here, here, and here. We have traffic lights over this way. We don't need traffic lights. So there we go. We'll put that as yield. We'll put a traffic light here because traffic might back up a little bit. And we'll make that yield. All right. So now that we have that in place, now what I want to do is I just want to use. Whoa, what am I doing? Holy cow! I just want to use this asset. And I'm just going to place this down right here. And the reasoning why I'm placing it down on a main road, after I've just talked about how I don't want to place these on main roads, is I want to use it as a guideline for the shape of the building. There we go. And then we're just going to flip it around. Let's put it right, yeah, we'll leave it there. Oh, there we go. And then we can get some, we can leave some space for a widening of the road maybe. I just don't want it right up against it. So this one is going to be set on empty and paper. All right, and then we're gonna have another one. Holy cow. My brain is not working. Same thing, we'll offset it by 1. And then this is going to be plain timber and empty. All right, so we're gonna be making a lot of both of these now. And we set ourselves up for future expansion. And one thing, we've forgotten a couple things now. We are definitely gonna need more production. So what I'm planning on doing here is we are going to get some saplings over on this side. Just 3 for now, and I think we'll move things around a little bit once we get the larger assets of these of the trees. Sorry, I'm recording after work, and my brain is a bit fried, it seems. All right, so we'll resume the game now, and that's not going to bring us up to the next level because we need more workers, and we have 407 possible workers. We need to get to 350, so technically we can, especially since we have this neighborhood labeled as schools out. We can definitely see potential for getting enough workers, but we should probably encourage workers to, you know, come by and stay, right? So we're gonna need the workers barracks, and this is a huge building. So what I'm thinking, yeah, not over there. If you were like staying here, where would you want to live? And you know, there's not a lot of places, but I do think closer to the town might be nice, but you don't want to be too far away from the jobs. So I'm thinking right here. It's on a bit of a hill. Didn't really realize that, but I think that's fine to leave as is. And that way they're kind of, you know, they're close enough to the town, close enough to the jobs without disrupting so much of the flow of the industry or the town itself. I mean, not like the workers would, but all right. So we got that in place, and now there's one more asset we need to add, and that is the sawdust storage. So, you know, this asset, if we look at it, it just holds raw forest products. But if you were to be running a sawmill, people would buy the wood chips. Well, sorry, this is sawdust, not wood chips. Never mind. So, I mean, sawdust is used for multiple industrial works. So, I think it makes sense to have sawdust storage. Maybe we can swap these around. One close to the lumber mill, so we could place it right here, which would make sense, or the sawmills. Or we could place it in here. I think what I was trying to do before is, I thought this was wood chips. I think the wood chips would go here. So we'll put the sawdust storage right here. And that way, you know, maybe, I mean, I hate that there's trees here, to be honest. So maybe what we can do is look at extending this one out and then flipping this asset around. Yeah, there we go. So now, you know, with the way this concrete is here, the story is maybe that, you know, trucks or the workers bring the bags of sawdust, or I actually don't know how it works, so. And then what I want to do is I just want to move this one over. I'm just going to move it, actually. There we go. And then I think I can move this one back a little bit then. Let's actually check where the spawn point is for this. It's right there. Okay. So let's actually just bring it into the area. Okay, and then I want to apply this to all building types. So then if we go into this one, it's a bit farther in. And then let's actually do the same thing for this sawdust storage area, but I want it a bit more over this way. Right. And then if we look at this as well, I won't be able to do this for all of these types because we have them strategically placed throughout the city, but you know, you'd want it right here. So we'll leave that one, and then do the same thing for this. There we go. All right. So that is all the level 2 assets for the forestry industry. And if we go over to Strathcona lumber, you know, 442 workers. So did we lose workers? Lose potential workers? I forget. But let's look at zoning in some more people into this area. Oh, look, this interchange is working great now. Lots of traffic's being fed through here. People are turning this way, which is why we have a dedicated turning lane for it. I'd love it if people made their decision a bit earlier. So how about we just lock in this node, and then they have a couple more nodes to decide what they want to do right over here. And then with this right here, pretty much what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to encourage trucks to go over this way, turn around, come through the town a little bit, but they're not being kind of forced to go through the town. It's still pretty much on the outside of the town. All right, so then there's a couple other things that I want to check out. So one thing that I'm thinking of is, say you're driving from, well, let's talk about this city as a real city. Whoops. As like a real place to city in the world. So right now we're kind of theming the city, or theme of the city really, is an Ontario themed city. So it's set off the shores of Lake Ontario on the northwest shore. And the idea is that I kind of place this in between Toronto, Kingston area. So theoretically Kingston would be over this way. Toronto would be over this way. This is the 401, the main highway through the city. Now I'm taking liberties with the geography of the area to kind of incorporate different parts of Ontario. Like, we've got these bluffs. This isn't really in this part of Ontario, but they are a pretty major feature in Toronto. We're pretending this is cottage country. You know, that could be seen, but these types of lakes aren't really found in this area. They're more found a bit more north. You know, the river is pretty thematic, and you know, the open prairie, open land is. So, you know, lots of cars would be driving from this area, Kingston, towards Toronto. So where would they get off if they wanted to stop? Well, they'd probably get off in the city, which is now like a pretty major city. But if they didn't want to stop inside of the city and they wanted to travel through the city, they could stop over here for gas before they got into the traffic and the hustle and bustle of downtown. So what I'm thinking is we get... there's a really cool asset. I don't exactly know where it is. Yeah, some of these. So these drive-in restaurants. There's this one, and there's one specific one that I'm really looking forward to grabbing. The service station. Oh, whoa, it's a lot bigger than I thought it was. Okay, so you come off the highway this way, and we can place it over this way. So I'll save it for a build over on this side. But that doesn't mean there can't be any of these other ones through here. So how about we get like a ramen restaurant? That's pretty cool. Ooh, no, I don't really like how... I'm worried about the traffic these are going to cause. Ooh, this one's a bit bigger. Okay, we'll place this one here. And you know, these like parking lot heavy restaurants, drive-in restaurant. Perfect. People are going to come here and they're going to park their car because they're coming off the highway, right? Drive-in restaurant. Perfect. Look at that. All right, we're really filling up this space with concrete. Oriental Market, I'll save that one for a different build. Okay, very cool. Maybe this was like an old industrial building that has since turned. Based off the back of it, it looks pretty unique. Okay, so I think what we need to do now is we just need to make a walk or a cut through. And again, we'll go with the theme that the city did not plan this pathway. And we'll just place this right here. Okay, so I think I probably should have looked at leveling the land a little bit before we place these buildings. So let's just quickly look at that. You know, it's fairly flat, but let's see if I can do that now. Or if none of the buildings are placed, it's a little bit mad at me. Okay, maybe this one isn't really working here because look at the way these parking spaces are. That's funny. But maybe we can place it over here instead. And maybe this one too. Just to kind of continue the theme a bit over on this side. And look at that. I should have looked at smoothing this terrain out first. All right, that's fine. That's fine. Okay, very nice. And how about just to kind of help fill in the space a little bit, we do get just a touch of commercial through here. And then how about we get some food industry. Now what we can do is we can go into Strathcona. Oh, no, it's in the districts, and we go into industrial specialization, and then we click farming industry. We click this in, it now appears right here. And then what we can do is zone in some industry, and that should create some cool farm buildings through here, or some farming industrial buildings. And what I'll do though is just kind of try and use different shapes to get some different shapes of buildings coming in through here. Let's turn it to 3-speed. And we also have a lot of demand for jobs as well, so which is another reason why I'm not too scared of zoning in this type of industry. All right, and then we'll give that some space. Okay, we'll see how this comes in. Let it all play out, and let's use the forest brush, and we'll just kind of brush in a couple trees through it here, through here, and alongside this pathway. And once this all zones in, then we'll look at doing that as well. But now that we have that zoning in, no one's going to really want to live over this side, so we'll continue with our industrial zoning through here. And some commercial zoning. And then let's actually try, let's take a bit of a risk, and we'll zone some houses through here. So, you know, we're lots of commercial being used, and that means we need to make sure we have enough housing. So to that, let's grab this pathway. Whoa, where'd we go? Connect up and over here. And why don't we just leave that out? I think there's a couple park assets that we could add in here to kind of spruce it up a little bit. I don't know if this is really the type of building, but oh, the dog park though might fit. It might. It might. It doesn't. But yeah, no, it doesn't fit. Okay. We will delete this. And I think there's a couple other things we could probably add through here. But I'm surprised that there hasn't been any industry zoning through here yet. Usually those pop up pretty quick. And nothing's going to zone right there, so what I'm planning on doing then instead is take this paved pathway and we'll just run it right behind. Okay, I'm a bit frustrated that it's not zoning in, but now that we got that in place, let's just look at a couple more blocks through here. And we'll go with our normal road. We'll extend it out to about there. Bring that in. Connect up. Let's actually remove this right here. And let's start, splitting the zoning a little bit, or splitting the grid up a little bit. So we'll get one connection here. And, yeah, we'll put it straight through here. Alright, well, maybe it is because of the theme manager I have on. Allow buildings which are not in any theme. Does that mean they're allowed? Never really looked at this stuff before. Okay, well, maybe what we can do is shave off this district and we'll make a new one in case I did kind of screw that up. So what we'll do is we'll just shave off this whole block to about here. And maybe we can continue this across the road. Well, I'll take this back. I know I already added it in earlier, but and then we'll make this whole thing right alongside the highway a different district. Maybe it's like more modern buildings or something like that. We'll allow like normal housing. Okay, and I'll just detail it up a little bit. Foggy Square. Well, Foggy Square is going to be farming industrial specialization, and we're going to take off there just in case we screw up with anything. And you know what, I'll just continue building through here while we're waiting. Hey, look at that, there we go. So hopefully that comes up nicely. And let's look at a bit more, and then we'll kind of call it quits from throughout this area. Okay, very good. So we do have a bus running down here. We've got tons of traffic trying to come through. Maybe what we can do to help with traffic here is we ban left turns coming up from here. So what we do is we go, both of them are right turns. And then over here, what we have to do then is make sure that there is a left turn. So we will need this one. We'll upgrade this road right here. And there we go, we have a left turn there as well. So now we don't need this light necessarily. And I mean, we're definitely gonna get clogged up with everyone, but oh, tons of people moving through. We could also make a like a time traffic light. But I mean, it shouldn't really hurt. Maybe we can also make this one a no left as well, so that there's less traffic crossing over. And then all left turns will have to go through this section. Yeah, let's try that out. I mean, we don't really need the dedicated turning lanes then, so let's cancel that one. Okay, so we do have a ton of backup. That is expected as we're zoning in a new town, right? So that is fine. I think a time traffic light would work really good here. Perhaps we can look at... Oh, that guy just decided to go left anyways. Perhaps we can look at doing that off camera or something, because I'm not really good with those. But Foggy Square, we will name to Strathcona Industries. Looks like the neighborhood shop is very popular, and same with the drive-in restaurant. Tons of people are coming to see it. Ooh, maybe these are also causing some traffic issues. Okay, let's check their spawn points out. Yeah, let's just bring them in. Okay, and then we'll do this one as well. I just want to bring it back through. And then this one. Okay, and this one I don't really think... Oh, that's the neighborhood shop, that's fine. Whoa, never mind, that's not what I wanted. There we go. This one I will bring down a bit. And in. Alright, so let's grab our forest brush again. Let's turn up the size a little bit. And the strength is pretty high, so it should fill in anywhere that we didn't really have before. Alright, fantastic. So this is on a bit of a hill. I think what we'll get throughout this side, this is an industry building after all, so I think we'll get a small shop right there. And I think I'll stop with the shops. And, you know, they're probably... I don't know, what would be here? I think this would make sense just to be like a normal park. So I think we'll leave that there. And, you know, I could definitely see us turning zoning off this road. Yeah, let's do that. Whoops, did I even do it? There we go. Yeah, and then let's just make this all residential through here. Okay, and I think we might be able to squeeze a road through here. Probably not. So I think we'll probably want a connection over top of or on this other side. So let's just plan that out really quickly. We'll get a road through here, and this one was 600. I think it's probably 12 units. Well, let's see. Hey, look at that. We got to level 3. Okay. Perfect. So if I go right here, that's 6. Okay. Am I doing that right? Yeah. Okay, these nodes are messing me up. There we go. Bring it out to there, and then we'll get a path connection in between them. All right, and then we'll go level up the Forestry Industry, and we'll call it a day. All right, so let's get some houses through here and over here, And then we'll just make this some trees. All right, it's turning out pretty nicely. Definitely gonna need some better parks through here. We're gonna need a high school as well. The high school, we're probably gonna put... Okay, we're gonna move the cemetery for the 4th time. Oh, not what I wanted. Oh, I guess it does need to be emptied. Or what we could do, a little trick I'll show you guys. If you're new to the Move It game, we'll place this one right here. We're gonna grab Move It. Now what you wanna do is click a house, click this, just in case you had any nodes selected previously, click delete, and no matter how many people are in it, it'll just remove it. Okay, so we're gonna need a church in this town as well. That'll be next episode as we look at expanding it. A bit more like a classic look, but let's resume the game here. There we go, traffic's not backing up as much anymore. And now these cars can queue up a bit better. Not many people were turning left anyways, that weren't already just going down Victoria. All right, so let's take a look at this. So we need to get to 550. We're not that far off. And let's look at this. So what did we unlock? We unlocked the large log yard. Now these log yards are really useful for, you know, being close to these productions, right? So, oh, look at that. It fits perfectly through here. Now, if we could get that and the sawdust through here, wood chips, sorry. Oh, that'd be perfect. But I don't think that's going to fit. I mean, that makes sense to have the log yard over here. It's kind of in between. It's also kind of like a bit of a storage area. So what we'll do is we'll put this one on empty. And this one's on fill, right? The small one, yeah. So we'll see if that works. We might have to move this later, but notice how I'm also keeping it off of this road that's already going to have more traffic through it. And I know we said we were going to get a factory today. I think I'm going to make that a bit of a different build for tomorrow, or for next episode, or maybe the one after. I don't know. But what else did we get? We also got the medium tree plantation. Now this one is perfect to line up behind here to kind of add to the density of this area. Now, we're using alders, aren't we? Okay, so that should probably be enough production help, which is good. But I'm pretty sure we unlocked something else, didn't we? Oh, look at that. The oil's almost leveled up. Nice. Well, let's dive into it again. Okay, we're good there. We got that last time, right? Yeah? Okay, well, is what it is. Let's just add a couple parking assets through here. We're going to use just this one, really basically. We're just going to plop them in together. And that should kind of act as enough parking for the workers. It's probably not enough parking in real life, but you know, they can park their cars here. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need a time traffic light here. A lot of these cars are getting... Pretty much they're all going left. So we'll have to think of a solution here because, you know, these cars that are turning right don't need... Like, they can keep going on a red light, so we don't really need it. But these cars that go straight through do need the light. So maybe what we can do is we can just remove the light for now. And maybe we can put a yield here. I don't think that's going to really help, to be honest. And just so they can allow cars to go straight through temporarily until I get this time traffic light. We'll just let it all be. It's just so hectic. I mean, honestly, a roundabout here could be nice. We'd have to move some things around, but that would totally be fine. But that would be a lot of cars trying to go left on a roundabout, which would block it up a lot. There we go. So now that no one's coming through here, straight through, it just flows so nicely. Except right here. I mean, this should really be a traffic light. I know we took it out earlier. So maybe I can get these two to sync up. And this is causing a bit of a backup, but I do like the idea. Okay, this building is not realistic at all. Neither is this one really, but I do like the idea of having these here, so we'll leave it. Let's just detail up this little park a little bit. Whoa, that's not what we need. Here it is. We're gonna go with that. And we're gonna grab a big tree here. We're gonna get some right through there. And we could probably get a couple features through here. Maybe not these rocks. Come to think of it, that's too big. It's kind of pointless. I'll think about something right here. Or if you have a suggestion for this area, let me know. Okay, you know, if you ever drive through small towns and you get off the highway, you know what you see? There's like a bit of a feature, kind of like a cenotaph sometimes, right there. This kind of seems like that would be that kind of park. So maybe we'd have to move this fire station then, and we'll remove the housing through here. So the fire station needs to be close to the highway still. Maybe that's what we can put right here. We'll put it right here, it's fine, it's fine. And then we'll take out the housing right through here. Alright, and then we'll think about something to do with this area for next episode. And, oh look at that, it's all zoned in really nicely. Let's just end off the episode with a big whoop, because that should probably be residential anyways. And right alongside of this, I think we can get a couple little interesting assets, like a bit of a taxi stand. Place one right there, and then what I'll do is I'll just use move it to make it seem like it's a bit more a part of the building. Right, and we do have a bus coming down this road, so maybe this should be a bit of a bus road. 3-lane, 2-lane, 1-way. I think this one is what I'm looking for. Yeah, there we go. I just kind of wanted the road there to kind of be like a stop. I don't know if this is the right road, and I'm taking up more of your time. 3-lane, 2. Maybe this is kind of what I'm looking for. Yeah, that's a bit better. All right, so let's just use traffic manager here. Let's grab this one. Throw it here. I do want a crosswalk there, so no worries about that. And now the bus kind of looks like it stops in this section, right? And that's kind of what I was going for. But I also want to make sure that cars can go straight through. So do something like that. And we'll see if that works out. Anyways, I think that looks pretty cool. Let's turn this look on. And let's try to get a bit of a look of this part of town. So without further ado, guys, I hope you had a wonderful time watching this episode, and leave a like if you liked it. Let me know if any comments you have in the comment section down below, and I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace out.